Continue to focus on ourselves, and once that comes, that comes.
People talk a lot about leaving a legacy, and obviously we want to win as many games as you can this year and all of that. But looking ahead to anything about the way that Jordan left the legacy and Jared left the legacy, does that mean anything to you? What do you think about that? Just kind of like leaving Florida State better than you found it.
I always think about my legacy at Florida State and how people will think about me once I leave, and I just want to be remembered as just a great person, a great teammate, just somebody that's always been there, just for everybody, just somebody that's always you can rely on, just like not going to BS you, like literally just straightforward guys. So really, it's that, because all the on-field stuff won't take care of itself. Like everything on the field, like as long as you've been a great person, working hard and doing all this stuff, everything on the field is going to pay off eventually. Like you just can't really dwell on what comes on the field, because like if you too focused on that, then you can really miss the most important part, and that's being with your teammates.
Following up on that, multiple newcomers last week lauded you as a leader. Where does that come from? How have you developed that, kind of taking guys under your wing with the freshmen?
I'm very appreciative just to be looked at as a leader on the team, because it's just coming a long way from my freshman year to now. Just how hard I've had to work, how the adversity I've faced throughout my whole career, just being able to just be in this position and just be awarded to be here, and just have the opportunity to be a person that's impactful to the team. But it's just I just try to stay consistent every day from first day I've been here to now, like literally just trying to be consistent and just trying to make sure that I'm being the best person I can be every day.
Following up on that, do you feel that you have to maybe be an extra leader without Coach Atkins the first 2 games of the season?
I don't think I have to be an extra leader, because we all in that O-line room, like we know the mindset that it takes and know what the work ethic that it takes to get to where we need to be, and the standard that we all hold each other to. Like we all hold each other to a high standard, we all hold each other to a high level. So we just try to keep pushing each other and just keep each other going. Like no matter what, who is there, who is not there. Like even during summertime, sometimes we don't even have them doing the workouts. Like we still have to keep each other there, keep each other working. So it's like that's you have to take care of the business no matter what.
So I have a question. So you play both center and left. Let's start over. You play both center and left tackle this season. How do you adapt to your play style between these positions, and which do you find more challenging?
I'll say each has its own unique challenges to it, just because playing tackle, you're more out on the island, you're out more by yourself on the island, so you're really trying to just work one-on-one. But at center, you have people enclosed next to you, but it's more of a thinking. Like you have to be more mindful of what's going on. You have to snap the ball. You have to really know what's going on the field, and really be the quarterback before the quarterback is even the quarterback. So you got to really have a great mindset and just a focus on just knowing, like in the games, just knowing like if stuff happens, like I have to be ready and prepared for everything.
Putting you on the spot a bit, Darius. Do you have a favorite memory in your Florida State career so far, or maybe a couple?
My career's not done yet, so still have more to create. But right now I'll say the ACC championship last year, but I still have a lot more stuff to create. I still have another season here, and I'm not trying to think about all that right now. So yeah.
Who do you look forward to playing the most this
Um,
season?
Everybody. Everybody. It doesn't matter who we play. I look forward to playing anybody.
Since he got on campus, what have you noticed from DJ from the moment he got on campus until where he's at right now?
Just his leadership role, and how he's just been as a leader to the whole team, the whole offense, and just how he attacks every day, just trying to come in and just learn this offense, learn the team, and just trying to be the best teammate that he can be and be the best player that he can be for us and for himself.
Does he talk about his time at Clemson and what he learned, and has he shared any of that stuff with you guys?
I mean, if we ask him about it, he'll talk about it. But it's more so right now, what we're going to do right now about what's upcoming and stuff. Like we like all that stuff is like in the past. Like yeah, it's nice and stuff, but we got to focus on what we got to take care of right now.
Does it feel kind of weird though that the leader of your team was the leader of your rival at one point in this conference?
I mean, but if you look at college football in general, it's a lot of move arounds everywhere. So it's not really like, for me at this point, it's just are you coming in to really help us, or are you really just coming in just for yourself? And he's really in to help us, and he's really in genuinely to help us and be a great leader. So that's all that really matters. It doesn't matter where you come from or how you did. As long as if you're coming from a different program, as long as you're trying to buy into our program and know that what we have and the standard we have here, then that's what I appreciate.
Have you had some guys come to you from just one other program? He's now on his third program. In the time you talked with him, because he was at Clemson, he was at Oregon State, which are two really different programs. Can you kind of relate to him? Or have you talked about the fact that two different systems he's been in and kind of now getting used to a third system in 3 years? I mean, or at least can you imagine what that must be like for someone to go through?
I can imagine what it'd be like, because it's just it can be kind of difficult, just going from program to program. But at the same time, it also helps prepare you for the NFL too, because coaches changes happen in the NFL and teams trade you in the NFL. Like, you have to be prepared for anything in the league. So it's like it has its positives and negatives, because it prepares you for what's to come next.
Does he seem more mature, or at least mature enough to handle what you just mentioned, the constant transition he's made? He came across to me as a mature kid.
Yeah, he's very mature. He's very, very smart, very well-rounded person, very genuine person. Like, DJ is a real great person, and he's attacking every day as hard as he can. And that's all you can ask from him, is just be the best he can every day, and just try to accomplish and be great every day.
You guys last year, I mean, you had one primary quarterback for the time you've been there, and Travis, of course, he gets hurt, and you went through kind of a revolving door. What's it like trying to get used to blocking for this quarterback in particular?
I don't think the job really changes, because even last year, like you said, when we had to switch from quarterbacks and stuff, like, the job never changes. Like, you have to take care of the task at hand. No matter the situation that's given to you, you just have to be prepared to continue to work and continue to take care of everything that you have.
What's different about DJ now as opposed to a couple years ago when he's at Clemson, from what you observed then? Anything different about his demeanor? Anything different about his style of play?
I never really knew him when he was at Clemson, so I really can't speak on him at Clemson. But him now at our school, I can tell that he's a very mature person, very genuine person, a great leader, and somebody that really cares about this program, really wants everybody in this program to excel and be the best.
Did something surprise you when you saw him first get on the field? Is there something like, wow, I didn't realize that?
His size. He's a very big person. That's a big quarterback. That's a quarterback that was like a defensive lineman. Like, yeah, his size. But DJ is just, I just love him just because he's just a great person in general. Like, as long as you're great people in this program, like, you're everything, the sky's the limit for you, and just be a great person and work hard. That's all that they ask for us. Is be the best people we can be, treat people with respect, and just work hard every day and just attack every day like it's our last. So
I've read in one of the preseason reviews, and this is just one magazine's opinion, that maybe he had some accuracy issues during spring ball. Did you notice that, and would you attribute that just to getting used to the receivers, or what might you attribute that to, if that was the case?
I mean, as long as we win games, that's all that matters.
In terms of hitting receivers, though, I mean, he's going to have to do that, obviously, for you guys to be successful.
But we still gotta, if we win the game, that's all that matters. Like, it doesn't matter if he goes 0 for 100. That scoreboard says we won the game, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, it's still a team sport.
Do you like the expanded college football playoff? Do you think it's good? It's good for the game, the expanded version of the college football playoff that'll start this year? Yeah,
because it gives more teams an opportunity to compete for a championship, and just give us more, like, there's something to look forward to. But it's just the mindset and the approach to each game and every week, it never changes, because you want to win and dominate every week.
I was going to say, it feels like just 1 year too late, right, for you guys after last year. Any bittersweet feeling there, and does it give you motivation kind of going forward?
Last year, what happened last year really isn't, like, it's sad. Like, we still sad. Like, I won't say sad. We just, like, it angers us, but it's not really something that we can keep thinking about or just thinking about or dwelling on. So it's like, and it's just the decision that was made, and just something we have to live with, and just now we just got to continue to move forward and just take this year and just make sure that we're in it.
I was going to say, if you win the ACC, you get an automatic bid in this year. Is that a positive? Do you look at that as a positive thing in terms of the playoff?
Well, that's a positive thing, but I try to look at each week and try to take each week at its own. Because like last season, we didn't think about championships, or like we don't talk about championships. We talk about week by week, approach by approach, like how we want to attack each team, how we want to break each team down. Like it's once that comes, that comes. But right now, our main focus is fall camp right now. Then it goes to Georgia Tech. Then it goes so on and so on and so on. So we really just got to take it week by week.
Darius, how much do you follow the FSU trying to get out of the AFC, trying to get out of the ACC, sue itself out of the league? Does it create like an awkward situation? Do you follow it at all? And what are your thoughts on that?
No, nobody on the team really looks at that stuff. That's stuff that's taken way out of our control. So we just control what we can control, which is we can come out, work out, and do everything we can to be the best players, be the best teammates, be all that for each other. And we just trust that the university is putting everything in the right place.
Darius, what's it like to work with a new quarterback compared to last year when you had Jordan Travis at quarterback? What was it like this year to have a new quarterback compared to last year when you had Jordan?
This year, it's just they have different games, but we just adjust to whatever DJ is and what he's best at and his best skills, and we just have to make sure that we're blocking and protecting him, making sure that he's staying off the ground. That's just like with Jordan. We had to keep him off the ground, protect him. So the mindset never changes just because who's back there. It's just always got to make sure you're taking care of the job and making sure that your quarterback or your teammate is not in jeopardy because of you.
And what's it like, to go to Ireland, to start the college football season and your first game, and also your first game is an ACC opponent?
It's actually real nice knowing that we can go to another country and play a game, because for all of us it's our first time experience leaving out of the country, first time having a passport. So it's a first time experience for a lot of stuff. But just going out to play Georgia Tech in Dublin, Ireland, it just gives us a perspective of how the fans would be out there, how the atmosphere would be out there, and just really taking everything in. Really.
I went to Pensacola, Florida a couple weeks ago. Is there anything cool to go? I might want to go back down there again because we went fishing. Is there any cool spots in Pensacola that I should go and visit the next time?
I'll say if the beach is probably the best spot to go to, because literally, if you haven't experienced just pure white sand or just how the soft sand is, you just go out there on the coast and just experience all that stuff. The beach is probably the best.
The food's good too. Right?
Yeah, the food's good too. Food, everything is good out there. It's just, but I'll say the main attraction is the beach, because that beach is it's nothing like that beach.
Cool.
And what's your take on Cal, Stanford, and SMU coming into the ACC this year?
It just adds more competition to the ACC. Just add more teams to add more competition to get to a championship title.
Yeah,
that's all.
You guys got to keep target on your back, this year after winning the ACC championship last year, and I think this year one of the games that I'm going to be looking for is Florida State Clemson in Tallahassee, since your quarterback will face his old coach, his old coach, and his old team. So I think that's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, I think each game that we play is going to be a good game. So we just gotta just attack each week as its own. And, I think DJ kind of probably has that game thought of too, because it is his alma mater school. Well, not alma mater, but it is the school that he went to. So of course he probably thinks about that too. But it's just when that game comes. But we gotta attack fall camp with Georgia Tech.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Darius. Sorry, Jen Lewis with 3 Chicks in a Pod and News Social Media. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just have a couple of quick questions for you. So we all know y'all got done wrong last year.
Yeah.
On the positive side, you had an entire nation behind FSU football. How did that feel?
It felt good just to know that people were still behind us from after the decision, but the decision that was made was it's out of our control, it's out of everybody's control. It's just whatever the people that made that decision saw was just probably what was best for them in that moment. So we just gotta take it with a grain of salt and just take that from last year and just take those experiences from last year and apply it to this year.
Right. I just love that you guys had so much backing. So from even non-fan bases, people from all over the ACC, even some people in Alabama. But my other question is, so what do you tell the kids that look up to you as an icon and role model? What's your message to them?
My message to the kids that look up to me is to always work hard and never give up and never let nobody tell you that you can't do nothing, because at the end of the day, whatever you put your mind to, whatever you set yourself to, whatever you try to work for, whatever you just put the time and effort into, you'll get something out of it. It doesn't always mean that you'll get what you want out of it, but it will bring something out of it. Say if you want to play football, but God just doesn't bless you with the abilities just to be able to go to the next level to play football. Right. If you work hard as you can to try to even get to the next level, that prepares your mind, prepares your heart, prepares just you as a person for whatever you want to do next in life. You're going to take that same mindset and approach to whatever.
And then my last question for you, because you've already answered one of them, and I think the game you're looking forward to the most is Ireland, right?
I'm looking forward to most of the games, but Ireland is one of the biggest games because it's just, like I said, it's just a game that a lot of people on our team have not left the country at all. So it's literally, I just got my passport the other day. It's my first time having my passport, first time seeing it. I was just so excited just to have something like a passport. I've never had none of that type of stuff, so it really just the experiences that come with it, but also knowing that we're going there to take care of what we need to take care of.
That is true. And then my last question, I'm sorry. What was your favorite play that you had to create? I know I asked you this last year too, but last year you started in 13 games. So what was your favorite play that you had to create on the cuff, on the dime without coach's input?
What was my favorite play from last year? Keon Coleman's touchdown from Clemson in overtime. Okay. And the reason because of that is it was a pivotal moment in our season. It helped us get over a hump. Because I can't remember the last time we beat Clemson or whatever, and that's one of the teams that's always been dominant over the ACC for the past years. So it's just be able to beat them at their home place in overtime, and just Keon Coleman just catching a wild touchdown pass.
That was wild.
That was probably one of my favorite moments because it helped give us more motivation and more just confidence to go into the rest of the season to do what we did.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Washington. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
I'm Darius.
How you doing?
Manny Navarro with The Athletic.
Darius,
nice to talk to you. Yeah. So I'm doing kind of a survey thing. I just want to hit some of these with you. How much you play the video game?
Every day.
Every day? How many hours would you estimate?
Hours? I can't tell you how many hours because sometimes it just depends on what I'm doing or what.
You got free time.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
Okay. Do you have a go-to play, something that always works for you?
Counter.
Counter?
Power G is always the best play.
Okay.
Yeah. See, a lot of people in the game, they love throwing the ball. I love running the ball because, one, I'm an offensive lineman, so I know where the ball is supposed to hit and where the hole is supposed to go. So I literally sit back there like I'm a running back trying to run the ball.
Who do you run behind? Anybody in particular?
Just who I'm playing with. It doesn't matter who I play with. Okay. I'm gonna run the ball with whatever team I play with.
I'm assuming you play with Florida State probably the most, but is there another team that's like a favorite team that you like using?
I play with Florida State some, but usually when I'm playing against people, we do on Madden, we do the random. So you do pick out of 3 random teams.
Yeah.
So you click 3 randoms and out of that third random, that's the team you have to pick. But if you don't want that team, you get a sudden death random. So
Right,
you
but
click
you gotta
random.
get them no matter what.
Yeah, so it's like it's no matter what. So yeah, that's kind of how you do it, because it's one, it doesn't make, it makes the game a little bit more interesting, and two, it just doesn't just let people just pick the best team on a game every time.
Exactly. Do you have what was your player rating reaction? Any reaction to what you were rated?
What
were you rated?
I think it was a 89, I'd say, but I too much don't care about the ratings or none of that stuff. I just wanted the game. I wanted it. It's been NCAA 14,
Yeah.
NCAA 25. Like, it's been so
Too
long, so long. I just wanted the game.
Gotcha. This is kind of related to that. If you could steal a player off any roster in college football, Adams at Florida State, who would it be and why?
Nobody.
Nobody? You take your team.
I'll take my team any day, just because of the people we have on our team, just the people I know that's on my team, and just the relationships that we build on our team. I don't really need nobody to be added or nothing like. And not saying that it's pieces like. I don't like people, but it's just like it's just
These are your guys.
like our team is set already, so why try to add somebody else that probably wouldn't even care as much for us.
Who is the best offensive player in the ACC not on your team? Is there somebody you respect and you think, man, this guy's a really good player?
I don't too much focus off of our team. Like my focus, especially this year, just like with us going into a new season and losing a lot of people last year and all that stuff. My focus has not been on nobody else but us. It's strictly on us, just because I know I'm a leader on this team. I'm somebody that has to take care of responsibilities on the team, so it's strictly on us what we have to take care of.
Okay, and then best gym accomplishment? Anything from this off season that you're proud of, brag about?
My 605 squat. That's my first time ever squatting that much ever in my life. So
what were you squatting when you first came to FSU? You remember?
I probably squatting like 500 or something. About like 500
100 pounds is 100 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of weight.
That's like one Brendan.
That's
it's like 4 of me.
that's a lot of weight, but and then really just my biggest thing I'm grateful for is just our strength and conditioning staff. Like we just finished our strength and conditioning program. Like I kind of got emotional because it was like it's my last summer workouts with these people that saw me from day one since they got there. Because I was there before the staff was even here. So since day one, since they got there, it's literally been the same strength staff every day, and like just being able to I just been very appreciative just for them guys staying there and investing in us and just being with us all throughout whatever it was, and just giving their all to us when they really didn't have to.
And then last one for me, and these guys can take over. Just obviously this was Jordan's team for a long time, Jordan Travis's team. How is it different with DJ? Is it different at all, or is it?
I say it is a new sense of leadership, but other than that, it's Coach Norvell keeps us very consistent. We work all the time, so no matter what, it's like it doesn't matter who's back there, who's on the team. Like the work's going to be the work, and we're going to get the work in.
Josh says they were both quiet. That personality-wise, is it the same? Are they both like quiet guys?
Yeah, they're like quiet guys and stuff, but you watch them and see that they work, and that's one of the things that is one of our biggest things is just. Every day we're trying to get 1% better. We're trying to get better every day. We're trying to achieve our best every day. So it's just if we see guys coming in every day working and trying to attack everything and give everything their power for this program and for this team, then that's all we can ask for.
Do you get really excited when I know you're excited for every game, but do you get really excited when there's like a hyped up defensive end that's on the other team that you've got to go and block, whether that be anybody in the conference or outside the conference? Do you get a little more extra juice that game?
I say a little, yeah, just because knowing that going into that game and going into the atmosphere, like it's going to be like a very key matchup. But just I try to attack each week the same, try to prepare each week the same, try to watch as much film as I can each week, and just try to really know my opponent, learn my opponents, and just know the whole defense in general. Because it's not just one person on that defense. Like they may have one bad defensive end, but if the rest of the team, I just try to make sure that everybody's just focused on pretty much the whole defense and study and know everybody on that team.
You've had to go up against some of the baddest defensive ends in the league in the last few years, and then in practice you're going up against two of the baddest in the league now too. How much does that prepare you and help you for whatever you might see in other games?
Really, practice is probably the most where I see it at, because like over the past years, I've had like Jermaine Johnson, Jared Verse, like Joshua Kendall, Janarius Robinson. Like I've had some dudes that's been on a defensive line, like Marvin Wilson. Like it's been guys that have been like been them dudes that been talked about nationally. So it's like I've had to prepare against the people on my own team that's seen as the best people in the nation. So that's probably one of the biggest things that helps me is just the practices, because we get after it. And if you ever been to a practice, you'll know that we get after it every day, every week. It doesn't matter what time of the season it is. We're going to work and we're going to get after it.
Not to take away from what you've done, how much do you credit those guys making you kind of the offensive tackle you've become? Because you kind of were all over the place, and it feels like that's where you've landed and had more and more success lately.
I give a lot of credit to those guys, just because also I saw how they practice that. Like the defensive linemen helped me. Like those guys helped me really become like the person I am kind of today, just because of how I see how they worked, how they came every rep, how they worked every rep. Like it's a battle every day. So it's like if you come out to practice just a lackadaisical, you're going to get embarrassed. And if you get embarrassed, you're not going to play, because like it's competition all around. So like literally, like if you're not coming to bring your A game every single day, then you're not going to have fun. And so just learning that and just bringing the best I can be every day, and just practicing as hard as I can every day against those guys really help prepares me for games. Just knowing like I've worked so hard throughout this whole week. Now I'm in the game, and the game is really not even going to be too much of a difficulty, just because I've been going against the best guys in the league for such a long time. Even coming up now, like it's just competing against the best is going to make you the best.
Following up on that, give the defensive line some credit, but can you talk about Coach Atkins a little bit and where you've come from day one until now?
Yeah, Coach Atkins as well. He's been a very pivotal person just in my career, and the whole offensive line, the whole O-line room, just everybody's career, just because of how he pushes us every day, the demand that he has from us every day, like how high of a standard he holds us to, how he's just made us come together more, and just really just put us together as an O-line group, and just continue to help us develop not only the older guys but the younger guys too. Like how he's just keeping those guys coming along, just like, hey, watch him, but also like he's on us as hard as he's on them, and that's what I really appreciate the most, because it's like some guys, like once you get to this level, like they kind of back off you, but he wants to come more at you. Like he lives for when you make mistakes, so he can get on your butt. Like he loves it, but at the same time, I love it when he gets on me, because that shows that he cares, and shows that he wants the best from me. So that's all I can ask, is just for him to keep pushing us like the way he does, because he pushes very hard, and he is very demanding, but it works out. It pays off.
Going back to the day when you scored at 6:05, was that when you said it was emotional? Was it emotional because it was the last day of the last time you'll be doing those workouts?
No, I got emotional because last week was our last workout.
Okay,
but yeah, the 6:05, it was like it was just a pivotal point, just to show that my strength has been improving. But that's nothing to be emotional about. Like it just comes from the work.
So the emotional part then was the last time working with that.
Yeah, last time working with a specific group. Last time being in a summer college program. Like this is a lot of laughs for me. So so that's one of the biggest things. Like it's just a lot of laughs. I'm just trying to take it all in, and just trying to really just appreciate it more and more and more every day that I get the opportunity to be here.
Darius, considering all the starters you lost, do you feel like you look around your locker room and think, okay, we can still repeat and be an ACC champion again this year? Or?
Well, I believe in the people Coach Norvell brings in and the staff brings in. So really, it's just I trust in them. They trust in us to be able to go in and take care of the task. So the people that they brought in, if they believe that they can take care of and help us win, then I believe they can help us win. And I do believe they can help us win just by being around them in the locker room, just building those relationships with those guys. I believe like this. It starts with a family, and that's what we are, and we try to be a family. So those guys really help us just become better and better every day. And Coach Norvell and his staff and everybody pushes us to be better every day. So.
I mean, did you see a lot in spring ball from the transfers to make you think, yeah, and the young guys to make you think that we're going to be okay again this year?
Yeah, just by the way we work. Like if you come to a practice, you'll see that we get after it every day and daily, and just if we're getting after it and we're working, just know it's going to be scary because we love to get after each other harder than we probably get after anybody else, and that's just because like how much of a push it is to just be better.
Is Pat one of the smarter? Sorry, go ahead.
Hey Darius.
How you doing?
I wanted to know, compared to last year, how are you feeling as far as like what your best accomplishment was from last year and what you want to make an impact as far as this year as a senior? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I think my best accomplishment last year was probably just improving that I can do it, and just working my hardest to show that I can do it. And then this year, I just want to be the best teammate, be the best leader, and just help bring along people that haven't had as much experience as I have, and just really be the best person I can be this year, and just in everything with football, just fall in line.
You given what happened to you guys last year, how relieved are you to have a 12-team playoff this year?
It's exciting to know to have a 12-team playoff, but it's also we got to take care of the task that's at hand each and every week, and then we can eventually get to that point. But just whatever happened last year is what happened last year. Like we can't keep going back to last year, because if we keep going back to last year, then we can't focus on this year. And just the only things we can take from last year is the good and bad experiences that we've had, and just take that and just learn from it. That's all.
So it wasn't like the snub from the CFP or how you played in the bowl game. That wasn't any kind of motivation for you guys in the off season, I guess.
I mean, it played a motivation. You just think about the bowl game too. The bowl game was more of a learning experience and gave more of teaching opportunities for the team and the young guys than anything. Sort of like people see a 63-3 blowout, but I see a time that we got to give young guys the experience and see what real football is, not just play cupcake teams and see what football is. You played against a real football team, you got to see what real football was. And it helps make your mindset mature faster, because I played as a freshman. It made me realize quick, I got to get with the program or I'm gonna get beat up out there. It won't look too pretty if I'm not working hard and taking care of myself. So that's what I really see that game as, because made people mature faster than what they have to.
Obviously, Travis was so good for you, but what about DJ has caught your eye so far that makes you maybe think that you'll be okay quarterbacking again this year?
His leadership and just how he takes the time to just learn teammates and just really try to be a great teammate to everybody.
You mentioned a lot of the new players and being a mentor to them. Who specifically has stood out to you as far as in the off season? I know all of them are amazing, but who's caught your eye, and how do you see yourself mentoring them?
One guy that really has my eye is Andre Otto, just because just the way he works, and then just the way he's constantly trying to learn, constantly trying to better himself, constantly even if he's not the best that he can be or just the best player yet, he's still trying to push to be the best that he can be, and which that will work out, just because it's that eager to want to be better and be great you should always have that, and that'll take him so far.
What does that level of leadership look like to you? How do you go about guiding someone like Otto?
Just talking with him, talking to him and giving him the experience that I've went through, and just trying to help him prepare for those moments when they come for him. And then also it just comes with game time reps too. Game time reps really help you mature as well, just because you see what real football, what it means to not just be practicing and going through the motion. Because in practice, it's not as important as if you give up a play or give up a sack or something. In a game, you can give up a sack or give up a play. It's second, third down. We don't ever get those plays back again. So just the importance, and just try to let them know, give him the importance of what it really means to be out there, and what it really means to have people's careers. Because as an offensive line, everybody's careers in our hands, from the running backs, receivers, the quarterbacks, to even the defensive guys. Because if we're not putting up points up or scoring the ball, we're not winning. We're not winning. It's not giving the exposure that we need for people to get and be able to take care of their families, or just take care of, like, get to the next level that they want to. So I just really just the importance of what offensive lineman really is and what it really means to be an offensive lineman.
What makes Pat such a prolific pass rusher? Like, what makes it so difficult to go against?
His versatility, just he's able to beat you with finesse, and he's also just a power guy too. So it's just he can bring both things to the table if he wants to, and he can bring them at any time of a game. So it's just knowing, like, and he's a very lengthy guy. So, like, just with all that combined, like, that just makes him such an elite player.
You lost a lot of skill players, obviously, offensively. Have you seen enough to know if you think the offense can be just as explosive as it was last year?
I feel like we can be a very explosive offense just because of the people that we've had growing up into this offense. Like, a lot of people just have to mature and just grow. Like, each year we just grow. Like, with me, I've had to do a lot of growing myself. Like, I've always wasn't the best. I've always wasn't just the best lineman. Like, I've had to take time to really learn the game and just really mature myself. So just those young guys that are coming up and growing, and just the people that are, like, in their third, fourth years and stuff, like, just really coming into this year knowing the importance that they have and stuff, like, I really think that we'll have a good team.
Can that running game be better than it was last year?
I feel like we'll have a good running game this year.
Based on what?
Just that O-line, not O-line, but the running back room is so deep. Like we have a deep running back room, just from seniors to freshmen. Like, it's so many of them that we can put out there, and they can go out there and run the ball and take care of what we need to take care of, and that's what I like about that.
Was it weird to be here talking in front of a logo of a conference your school was trying to get out of?
I mean, that doesn't really that doesn't have nothing to do with, like, us players. Like, that's really for the university and for everybody else. Like, that
From being around Peyton and day in and day out, what do you notice to kind of explain what makes him such a good defensive end?
Just the way he works every day, how he comes and attacks the work every day, and how his approach to the things that they put in front of us. And then just how he practices too, like how he practices, like each and every day we practice, we go hard at practice, like we try to get each other's necks at practice, like we really work at practice. So just how we are as a team, really, like everybody, if you're there, like, you're going to work, you're going to compete. Like, we compete every day, like even if it's on the field, off the field, like we compete, and that's one thing that I like, his competitive edge too.
You guys good?
Yep. Thank you, Darius. Good?
Oh, yeah, you?
Yeah.